changed school to a private school. I did not know how to write the word cup. C-U-P. I'm going to P3. And I was promoted. I was number 12 out of 60 something. But I didn't know how to write the word cup. So in the new school, they gave us interviews. They told us write the word cupboard, chalk, town. Those few words, I did not know how to write them. Surprisingly, I'm here now before you. So never despise yourself. So they told us, write the word cup, I didn't know anything. The school was new, we were the pioneers. So they told me, we can't put you in P3, we are going to demote you to P2. I looked at myself, I said, demote me? I would rather go back to my school, where I was. I can't be demoted. And the school being new, they wanted students. They said, okay, you're going to be in P3, but for this term, if you catch up, well, if you don't, we demote you. I said, it's okay. The director said, but let us demote him. I had gone with my mother. No, yeah, my mother. Then I told her, instead of demoting me, let me rather go. So the director had us. Now we were only 3. In our class we were 3. That time, the number increased, we were 5. I became number 2. So when I became number 2, I was excited they couldn't demote someone who is number 2. How can you demote number 2? Who would remain in the class? So I remained there, I studied, and I remember my worst position in all my class was in P6, when I became number 23. And the reason was clear. I lost my mother when I was in P6, first term. So second term, I started my P6. I expected my sister to be here. Are you here? No, she's not. She's a student here, and she's in third year. She's my sister, but also I'm the dad. She calls me Papa. Because my mother left her when she was 2 years. My mother died on her birthday. She handed her over to me, saying, take care of her. So from that day up to now, I've been taking care of her. I would go with her to school, carry her to school the same way. We sit together on the same desk. And now she's also graduating and she's giving me headache. I want this, I want this. So some of you who have lost your parents, maybe you are old. Yeah, you thank God that for you are alive. I don't think there is any one of you, if death came, whether between your parent and you, would say, take me and leave my parent. I don't think anyone would wish to die. But God never makes a mistake. So I grew up with my sister like that, and now she's going to graduate from here, I think in January or February next year. And Ivan will represent you on that day. So when you're growing up, there are so many things that will come in your life and you never expect, but they come to your life for a reason. When I gave my life to Christ, I'm happy that your former chaplain, Bishop Onesmus now, is the one who led me to Christ with the retired Archbishop Henry Rukolombi. On that day, they were preaching from the same book, the same chapter, but a different verse, verse 12. Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. My brothers and sisters, I had led a team of young Christians like you for a convention in Bweranyanji. I was the chairperson of my parish. I led the youth, but I was not saved. I was a Christian, quote unquote, a church goer, like some of your friends who are outside. I guess I'm talking to the converted. So I was vibrant in church. I was young but very vibrant. I led the team. We went for crusades. I would lead people to Christ, but I was not saved. And the sermon they preached from Thursday when we reached for the convention, Saturday I was leading people. Even those who would get saved, they called me, Ivan, take this one, pray with them and all this. I would do all those things. And people would get saved. They would give testimonies how I've helped them to get saved. But the day of Sunday, 2008, Engineer Paul Waswa, he was not yet the Reverend, was the Bible expositor. He talked about this verse. Let no one despise you because you are young. Set an example to believers in love, in speech, in conduct, in love, and in faith and purity. but in my heart I thought they were for another person, not me. In my heart I thought I was walking well with Christ. Yarugaho kubura Bishop Robija yaburenjiri abana ko mutwaro bazo Bishop baje ngo twatere bishare twashemererwa. Finally we were going for lunch. I want to pray for someone who is going to give his life to Christ. And he mentioned that he 3 times. And it's only today, it's your chance to give your life to Christ. Yashaba, it was noble. I was seated, those of you who know Ranyanj Convention Grounds, up, seated in the bureau, Bishop's office. Onesimus pray for us to go for lunch. When Onesimus came, and that I'm also in the same spirit as Bishop Orobi, there is one person I want to give a blessing through Bishop Orobi. I want to pray with you, and I want to pray for you. My brothers, I don't know how I found myself in front, but I gave my life to Christ. When I gave my life to Christ, I did not know what was following or what would follow. I thought they are the words they normally say. Like most of you, the day you gave your life to Christ. Some of you gave your life to Christ when you are crying, others God came to you openly and talked to you and you received that gift of salvation. Others, it was a journey through the things we are going through the things we are about to go through, and even to the things that we hope for the future, that we would understand. And in the same verse, when I want to read it for us, do not let anyone look down on you. Some versions say, let no one despise you because you are young. When I reached home, I read them. I want someone with a Nyamburi version is going to help me read it for us. If you have a Nyamburi version, first,